just put the heating on, it's a bit cold. So I've got my shawl. Oh, it's been gorgeous today, beautifully sunny. And then all of a sudden it's gone cold. Never mind. I'm sure I'll survive now the heating's on. Got me crochet. It's another of me. I've got loads of project bags, but as you know, I only ever have one project. Well, actually, in fact, I've got two at the moment. Two, which is most unlike me. I tend to do one until it's finished. So I'll get me yarn bowl out. This one that Val made me. So I've got that on. Da, 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 da. There it is. It's pretty, isn't it? Can't remember where I got it from. It's not one of the mega expensive ones. Right, so let's see where I'm up to. I've actually been crocheting my other maroon jacket, but I've stopped because I'm onto the sleeve increasing. And even though I'm following a pattern, I'm not following the pattern, if you know what I mean. So that's where I'm up to with this. So going round and round in a circle, well, not circle, in a hexagon. Going round and round, and I can't find the end. Oh, there it is. So I shall start my crocheting until somebody comes to join me. Apparently there's 5 people watching me, but nobody's said a word yet. Val won't be on because she's got a cold and she's gone to bed. Hi, Nathan. And Linda's gone out. Whether she'll come on when she gets back. She's nipped out with a friend. So, like I say, whether she'll come on when she gets back home is another matter. So we'll be a bit... Hi, Sophie. You've changed your name again. You just like to confuse me, don't you? Sophie Mart, right. How shall I address you today? Sophie or Martin? Which one have you ever got today? Yeah, so I think we've got to be a bit light on the ground. Chris messaged me saying, where are you? He'd forgotten that the clocks have changed in America, whereas ours haven't changed just yet. I think ours change next week, don't they? Next Sunday. I think they do. If you can hear a noise, it's the boiler. I've had to put the heating on for an hour. I'm really, really cold. Something strange noise there. The weather has been lovely. I've got all my washing dried, well, mostly dried today. Still a bit damp, but mostly fine. And Tina, you've caught me. Hey, Tina's on time. Hiya, Enid. Hiya, Connie. Yeah, it's been a lovely day, and the washing's mostly dried, but it's absolutely gone cold now, unless it's just me. But as soon as the sun goes down, I feel cold, yeah. I've repotted my spider plant, had 1,000,000 babies. Well, not 1,000,000, about 20. So I've repotted them. And I had to repot my lemon geranium because that was outgrowing its pot. So that's what I've been doing today. And I've just put my shoulder shawl on because it was a bit chilly. Doesn't match what I'm wearing, but never mind. We don't have to match all the time. When I went to Knit Club on Wednesday, this lady said, I was talking about you the other day, and I thought, oh, what have I done? What have I done wrong? She said, no, I was just telling my friend how coordinated you always are. Well, just to prove her wrong, I've got purple on with blue. Hi, Chris. So, yes, I'm not always perfectly coordinated. Oh, dear. Yeah, as I say, Val's had to go to bed. She's full of a cold. She's not well. She phoned me up to tell me she was going to bed, and Linda's gone out with a friend. Whether she'll come on later, I don't know. Depends how long she's out with a friend for, doesn't it? So, yeah. Like I said, the noise you can hear is the boiler. I had to put the boiler on, it was cold. Even though I've got my lovely quilted blanket over my knees and my shawl, I'm still cold. I'm just a cold beggar. It has been nice, but I wouldn't say it was warm, but it was sunny, so it made me feel a bit better, yeah. Yeah, we've had a few nice days. I've actually managed to go out with my friend, although, oh God, the meal was terrible. I'm not going there again. Oh. We went there before we stopped going out because of the weather. So we thought, well, we've always had a good meal there. Maybe we just got an off day. We'll go there again. Wrong. It was awful. So we won't be going there ever again. My friend actually sent her dinner back and said she wanted a refund. It was dreadful. It was a rock hard roast potato that had never seen a roast. It was like a boiled potato, but it was rock hard in the middle. She said, I can't eat this. The carrots were, I don't know whether they were underdone, overdone, or what the heck they were, but they were awful as well. So she said, I can't eat it. I had scampi and chips. The scampi were all right. The chips were dry. I have never had chips that are dry. I couldn't eat them. I had to leave them. I just ate the scampi, and that was it. So we're not going there again. We shall have to find somewhere else to go. Homemade dark chocolate muffins. Woo! I had blackberries and cream for my afters. They were very nice, actually. They were Marks and Spencer's, terribly expensive, but they were nice, yeah. I was disappointed with Marks. I usually get the prawn salad in a little plastic bowl. It's normally salad with a bit of pasta, which I fish out because I don't like pasta. I fished a plate full of pasta out of it. There was hardly any prawns, there was hardly any salad, just a load of cold pasta, which I can't eat. So I thought, I won't be having one of those again. £3 something it was, I know, for a load of cold pasta. When you don't like pasta. I mean, I put a picture on Facebook of it all. It was all pasta. Well, I hope he got in prison for that. Yeah, right. If you didn't kill her, who was it? Santa Claus? Santa Claus. Hi, Julian. I'm a bit chilly. That's why I'm wearing a shawl that doesn't match. And I've got my blanket on, my patchwork blanket over my knees. Now, I tend not to watch things like that. Everybody goes on about, oh, have you seen this series on the television? And it's all murder or anything like that. And I'm like, no, I don't want to watch it. Yeah. Good evening, Shad. My necklace reminds me of Sweeties today. It's turquoise because I am actually wearing turquoise, but I've got an odd looking shawl on because I was cold. Yeah, it just reminds me of like licorice sweets, you know, the swirls. Mm-hmm. But I'm wearing that colour. This is odd because I just grabbed a shawl to put on. Too hot, I am freezing now. I was warm before. It's been quite, when I say quite warm, warm for UK. It's 7 degrees C at the moment. That's why it's gone cold. I need to get my friend's husband to put my my little greenhouse thing together, and I can start planting some seeds. No, I didn't have this necklace then when he said I had eyes like the Jungle Book snake. I've got a touch of Amora here. I don't know what I've done or what I've eaten. I've got this red rash. Can you see it all over my neck? Ugh. It's usually when I wear anything wool, but I haven't had anything wool on. But there it is. Look, all red. You got your walk in this morning before it went to. I like licorice. I don't like licorice all sorts because I don't like that stuff they put round me. Yeah, she's a bad influence on me. She's given me her allergy rash. Yeah, I like black licorice. I love it. I don't like licorice all sorts because I don't like that powdery stuff they put round the licorice. You know that? And that blue one that's aniseed. Don't like that either. No, she won't tell her actual name because she's a teacher and she doesn't want the children finding her on her YouTube. So she just calls herself Amora. Just for you, Enid. Wangos. No, Amora teaches, I think they're about 12 years old, the one she teaches. So she doesn't want them coming on and, you know, trolling her or whatever they might do, think it's funny to put inappropriate comments on her videos. So that's why she doesn't put her name or her husband's name. You know what teenagers are like. They'd come on and, you know, put things on that are not very nice, if you know what I mean, and think it's funny. So far they haven't found her. I don't know whether we'll have, I know we won't have Val today, she's poorly. Ruth is on her holidays. She may pop on, I don't know, but she's on her holidays. She's actually in Blackpool. I met up with her on Tuesday, her and her husband and Val. Val's come down with a cold, so she's not on either. As I said, Linda's gone out with her friend, so that's 3 people missing. 87. No, it's 7 degrees C here, whatever that is in English. I messaged my scooter man about my scooter, and he said it's on its way. He's left a message with the office for them to bring it when it arrives because he's on annual leave until the 3rd of April. So you know what that means, don't you? That means that everybody in his office will ignore that message and the scooter will be there waiting for him. So I won't be getting it now until after April the 3rd, which is my niece's birthday, funnily enough. She's in London this weekend. They're going to one of those escape game things, you know, where you're locked in a room and you have to find your way out of it. Oh, I couldn't do that. I'm claustrophobic. I get mad. I like ribs, but not smoked. I don't like that smoky taste. Oh, I bought a packet of, there were hula hoops. And I went to the local shop and I saw this big pack of hula hoops. I thought, oh, big pack, I'll have that. Got two of them. Didn't look, because it said extra salty. Ooh. I tried to eat one pack. Anyway, I gave the other pack to my friend's teenage son and he loved it. He loved them. Ooh. I felt like I'd been sucking lemons. All the inside of my mouth was like, ooh. I like barbecued ribs if they're done on a barbecue. I don't like that barbecue sauce that you put on to pretend you've barbecued it. I don't like that. I like proper barbecued ribs. You know, no, I just use ordinary charcoal when I do them. I don't like anything smoky, salty, whatever. I just like ordinary barbecued ribs. But like I said, I don't like that barbecue sauce or that smoky whatnot sauce. Ugh. Tastes like burning rubber to me. We're all got different taste buds. It's like everybody else likes coriander, which is cilantro. Everybody likes that except me. I think it tastes like soap. No, they're pretty new. They were called extra salted hula hoops. I did take a picture, but I think I've took it off. I sent it to her to see whether she wanted them or not. Yeah, I took it off. I looked out the window today and there was 10 magpies on my next door's roof. But as I took the photograph, two flew away, so there's only 8 there. But there was 10 of them. I've never seen 10 magpies before, all sitting on a roof before. My fleecy sheets just arrived. Purple, of course. Teddy bear fleece fitted sheet. I'm going to be warm. I thought salt was bad for you. Why do they want extra salted ones? Oh, stop it. That's what they were. Hula hoops, extra salted. What does it say? Irresistibly salted. Oh, they were awful. Oh, ugh. I try not to eat processed food, but you know, every now and again you have a little bit of a blip, don't you? Every now and again something sneaks in. I'm a sucker for crisps. That's the one thing I do eat that's processed, really. But all that salt. I mean, I thought salt was bad for you. But buying extra salty hula hoops. Blech. I gave them to my friend's teenage son, and she shared them with him, and she said, "Oh, they were lovely. Should we loved them?" I said, "I felt like my mouth was like sucking lemons. It was like, oh, I was drinking water all night." I said, "No, couldn't be doing with them." She said, "Oh, I've never seen them in the supermarket." I said, "They got them in my shop, my corner shop that's not a corner." Yeah, I don't know whether Ruth will come on. Ruth's in Blackpool. As I said, I met up with her. We went to Wetherspoons. That wasn't good either. I seem to be the kiss of death with cafes, don't I? Firstly, they got all the menu. They got all our order wrong. And I'd ordered ciabatta, with cheese and tomato. It wasn't toasted in the slightest. The tomato was still raw. The cheese was vaguely melted, but I wouldn't. And they sent my friend chicken bites instead of chicken wings. And my other friend's husband, he never got his dinner. He ordered egg and chips and he never got it. So I don't think I'd recommend Wetherspoons either. We're running out of places to eat. I'm a bit fussy though with my food. I really am. I don't like what I call like transport cafes, where you have egg and bacon and it's swimming in grease. I don't like that. And I don't like everything with chips or French fries, as you call them in America. And I don't like pasta or pizza, so there's not an awful lot I can eat, really. I took a plate full of pasta out of that. It was supposed to be a prawn salad. They should have called it pasta. Pasta with a few prawns sprinkled in it. Oh, I hate them greasy. Oh, other people like them. And I hate McDonald's and KFC. Ugh. Can't eat there. Yet people seem to love them. And I'm like, oh, no, please. I'd have to starve. But normally I have had those prawn salads from Marks and Spencer's before, and they've always been fine. I think they must be cutting down on the cost by shoving a load of cheap pasta in it, because pasta's cheap in it. Salad and prawns are not. So instead of giving you more prawns, more salad, they're shoving a load of pasta in it now to pad it out, I suppose, make the bowl look bigger. I don't like the taste anyway. I don't know what they put in it, but I don't like it. I'm fussy. I'm really fussy. And the older I've got, the more fussy I've become with my taste buds. I just like plain food. I tend to eat at home. There's lots of people who eat out all the time. I don't. It's not a treat to me. I'd rather eat somebody's home cooked dinner than go out to a meal. In the good old days, you used to get proper variety in restaurants, proper home cooked food and that. I'm going back many years, mind you, and now it's all fast food now, isn't it? Or it's that fancy food, where they give you 3 peas on a plate and say it's nouveau cuisine. And you paid about 20 quid for this, like 3p's and a no. I forget where we went once. We went somewhere. It's me a long time ago because I was still with my ex. And we went to this fancy restaurant. Honestly, there was nothing there. A little tiny plate, all fancy with things dribbled over it. There was nothing there to eat. 2 seconds and you'd ate it. It was supposed to be like nouveau cuisine. I thought, ugh. And for afters, I got half of a pear. And they drizzled this chocolate sauce, and it was on a massive plate with this tiny little half of a pear in the middle of it. And I thought, where's the rest? Now, it tends to be where I live, Shad, it tends to be like what I call seaside stuff where they cater to holiday makers that are holidaying on the cheap, you know. It's everything with chips or French fries to you. You know, it's either fish and chips, egg and chips, spam. Would you believe spam and chips? That's the kind of meals they have here. I don't think they've ever seen a salad, yeah. I can smell gas. Hope it's not my boiler. I need to get it serviced. I'll turn it off in a minute. I only turned it on to warm the room up a little bit. It was a bit chilly. I got spoiled living where I did, you know. I had such a variety of cuisine all on my doorstep, you know. There was, I don't like Indian, but there was Indian, Italian, Turkish. There was all kinds of food on my doorstep, you know. Hi, Wendy. Welcome. If you've only just found your way here, welcome. Oh, I've just had to buy a new hairdryer because I was smelling burning, and when I looked down the nozzle, it was like flames. I thought, oh, you're another crafter, are you? Welcome, then. We're all crafters on here, I think. Are we all crafters on here? We are, aren't we? Yeah, I thought I was going to set. I haven't got much hair to start off with. Didn't want to set it on fire. I did that years ago with a hairdryer. Flames came out. It was like a flamethrower. Singed all my hair. And I had lovely long hair in those days. I had to cut round the burnt bit, yeah. You knit and you just learned to crochet. Well, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Everybody that crafts is welcome on here. We've got a variety of crafters on here. We've got knitters, crocheters, cross stitchers, embroiderers. What else have we got? Loom knitters. The loom knitter also does the little figures, you know, where you paint them and put them together. Yeah, so we've got a variety. Shad used to knit, but now I think he fishes. I don't know whether you still do your knitting or not, do you, Shad? And Enid itching for stitching. She does cross stitching, embroidery, crochet. I'm not sure about the knitting. Do you do knitting? I'm not sure about that, Enid. I knit and crochet, but I mostly crochet, which is what I'm doing now, yeah. You grew up in Ashton. I come from Royton originally, but I'm now in Cleveland, would you believe? I'm a long way from home. Yeah, I was born in Royton, lived in Royton for 12 years. Yeah, then my mum bought a wool shop and we moved to Chadderton. I lived in Chadderton until I got married, and then I went to live in Prestwich. And then from Prestwich I went to Fleetwood, and then from Fleetwood I've come to Cleveland. So I've done more moving in the last 4 years than I've done in my life. Oh, I lived in Wales for 12 months as well, but I was only 7, so we don't talk about that. Yeah, I always remember when I was little, I got on the bus, because the bus went from Royton all the way to Ashton. And I got on the bus to go to Ashton Market, but of course I was only a kiddie, and I hadn't checked whether Ashton Market was open, and it wasn't. So I just got back on the bus and came home again. Oh dear. He was from Chadderton. Yeah, we used to have a wool shop on Middleton Road near Chadderton Baths. That's where I lived until I got married. I lived there from being 12 until I got married. I used to go to Chadderton Grammar, if you know where that was. Chaddy Grammar. It's where I spent my misspent youth. Yeah, my mum and dad they lost their shop because they pulled it down, compulsory purchased it to build the Asda. So we lost the shop with the house above it. And I wouldn't mind, but they didn't even build anything there. Where our house was, it finished up being paving and a tree. And they pulled our house down for nothing. Chadderton. You've got predictive text, haven't you? I hate that predictive text. It gets me in a lot of trouble. It says things I don't mean to say. It's still doing it. It does it all the time. Yeah. It gets you in trouble, doesn't it? Because it gets you saying things you didn't mean to say. I usually check everything now before I press send because it alters it all. As you say, you can get in a whole lot of trouble, can't you? If it changes a word to something that's not quite polite, you know. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. If you want to know what I'm using, oh, throwing things on the floor now. I don't want to throw a pen. I'm using Emu Funfair Swirl Double Knit. And it's got 150 yards on 150 grams and 480 something? 492 yards, yeah. I got 2 given to me as a gift. Happy Mail by Ruth gave me 2. But I wanted to make something for myself, so I bought another 2. And believe it or not, I ordered it from the same place, and it was the same die number. Yay! You're now in Cumbria. Yeah, well, I'm in Cleveland now, so I don't know where I am. I say it's the back end of nowhere. Oh, it's got a knot. Is it a knot or a pretend knot? Oh, is it a proper knot or just a little? A little, what's it? Little blip. I don't like crocheting over knots because I always think they might give way. I have to check them out to see whether they're just a wrinkle in the wool or whether it's a proper knot. This appears to be a proper knot. It appears to be solid, so I'll take a risk and crochet over it. Tell you what I hate, when you're using random yarn and you get a knot and it comes to be a completely different colour after the knot. Yeah. Oh, what the moonbeams and mayhem. I should be their ambassador. I really should. I should get a commission. Or be one of those people who has, write my name underneath and you'll get 10% off. Yeah, one of those. But I even told them, I said, I'm always praising you and I've got YouTube. And I even gave them the link to my YouTube video. Nothing. And I spend a fortune with them. Everybody says to me, oh, go on Vinted and you'll find something. I never find anything I like on Vinted. But I go on Moonbeams and Mayhem and I'm like, want that, want that, want that. And of course, in my situation, can't have it, can't have it, can't have it. But I've got about 3 dresses, I think, that you haven't seen. Well, you have seen them, but you've not seen me wear them because I'm waiting for the warmer weather. Because 2 of them have got short sleeves. But I want summer to come. I was getting all excited because this week it's been quite nice. I actually got my embroidered jackets out instead of wearing my big top coat. Yeah. Whee! Felt nice to be able to put something decent on for a change instead of having to keep wearing my coat. Yeah. My niece says she's going to prod me with the cattle prod to get my baby cardigans on eBay. You had an opera. Oh, you're unable to walk. Sounds like me. Oh, when I had my back operation, I couldn't do anything for weeks and weeks. I'm still waiting for the results of my MRI scan. They said it could be 6 weeks, probably be 6 months. Why have I got all this colour? I seem to be stuck in the peach and lilac. I'm hoping it'll change colour soon. I don't want to be all peach and lilac. I hope you got a lot of crafting done while you had to sit down. Yeah. When I had my back done, the trouble was I didn't feel like crochet. I was sat there stuck with the telly that, Molly, I think I had Sky telly back then. So I did have something to watch, yeah. They kept putting it up and up and up. So when I moved, I decided not to bother with Sky telly anymore. There was nothing on I wanted to watch, really, except the Geography channel and the History channel. And if you paid for the movies, it was the same old movies over and over and over again. They'd say, oh, we've got this new movie. Yeah. And then they'd repeat it the week after, the week after, the week after, the week after. And I'm like, I've seen it now. I don't want to see it again. So I just rely on YouTube now, and if there is ever anything on BBC that I like, very rarely watch ITV. You're like me. I'm doing one now. The thing was, with it being so stripy, I didn't want to crochet a cardigan with it and get like a big lump of lilac on one front of the cardigan and get a big lump of pink on another front of the cardigan. So I decided to do a hexagon so that, I could go round and round and round, yeah. I don't know whether anybody else is like that. I don't like, when you get the stripy effect. When you're a big girl, you don't want stripes going that way, do you? Stripes going that way is okay, but not this way. Yeah. Well, I think the house is warming up a bit. I can turn the heating off in a moment. Oh, oh. Yarn bath, yarn bath, yarn bath. I'm meant to be buying ITV. As long as they don't make me pay for it. If they make me pay for it, I won't be watching it. I watch a lady called, she calls Super Scrimp, Mean Queen Super Scrimper. And she's not had a telly for years, so she hasn't got a license. And she keeps getting these letters, and now they say they're going to take it to court because she's watching it. And she says, I'm not watching it. I haven't got a telly. Yeah, YouTube is what I watch the most, yeah. Sometimes I watch BBC catch-up, sometimes, but not very often. It's only if I find out I've missed something that I wouldn't mind watching. But YouTube is my favourite channel now. I watch it most of the time, yeah. I don't have these Netflixes and stuff like that, yeah. Well, they said they're going to call round, and she said, oh, I hope they're going to come. She said, I want them to come. She said, I haven't got a telly. Not had a telly for 12 years, she said. She's funny. If ever you watch her. Iona. I think she's called Ilona. Iona. She used to be a lady truck driver. Yeah, predictive text. You sew as well. It does that to me when I say I've got to sew something. It said I've got to see something. It's still going to do it. It ain't going to do it properly. Has anybody else got that problem with predictive text? Or is it just me and Wendy? It is annoying, yeah. I've only just... Oh, you ski as well. I thought you meant you sewed. It's only just... I've only just got it sorted to stop correcting my grammar into American. Well, yesterday I fell asleep. I started doing the sleeves on the maroon cardigan that I'm doing, fell asleep and woke up at 2 o'clock this morning. So I just got up out of the recliner and went and got in bed. Luckily, I'd changed into me nightwear earlier in the evening. Otherwise, I think I'd have got in bed in my frock. I was so tired. How come I'm still on this peachy colour and lilac? There's the other colours in it. I'm hoping I'm going to change colour soon. You use a needle to see. I know I hate predictive text. But I also hate it when Google changes what I'm saying to American. If I write colour in the British way, it changes it to COLOR. And I'm like, no, I'm not American. Change it back again. Put the U in it. It won't accept a needle. Oh dear. I know my friend talks to me and she'll say, that's not what I wanted to say. And I went, it's all right, I've guessed it. I guessed the rest of it because she has predictive text and it comes out with anything. And she said, that's not what I want to say to you. I go, it's all right, it's fine. Gosh, this is stuck on two colours. I hope it changes itself and goes back to the other colours. Because when I come to do the other side, it won't match, will it? Yeah, I would have liked to have gone to that show in Manchester. It was much better than the Blackpool one. The Blackpool one didn't have enough people, you know. It was quite empty, really. What I liked about the Manchester one was it wasn't just hand-dyed yarn. There was a variety of stalls, you know, doing different things, yeah. I know I don't needle felt, but it had needle felting stalls and it had, you know, some crochet stalls, some different things, which is more what I want to do. I don't want to go and see stall after stall of hand-knitted wool, hand-dyed wool. It could have been worse. It could have been something really rude. Oh, I'm changing to pink now. That's a nice change. I'm fed up with this orange and whatever. It's changing to blue now. Yarn bar for pink, sorry. Yarn bar for pink. Got a yarn bar. The Wi-Fi. Well, do you remember when I living in Fleetwood, my Wi-Fi was going off all the time? Do you remember it wouldn't? First of all, it wouldn't connect me, and then when it did, it kept booting me off. You must remember that. Everybody had to keep trying to find me because I kept disappearing, didn't I? It was so annoying. I'm with PlusNet now, which is, well, it was BT that came and fitted it for me. I was with, who was I with before? I was on my son's Wi-Fi because we had, you know, the Wi-Fi in the whole house. We didn't have two separate Wi-Fis. And it wouldn't work when I came over here, yeah. I would struggle to go to a show. I don't drive anymore because I'm 80 now, so I don't drive. And also I can't walk and I can't take my little scooter. You're on EE. I'm on EE on my phone. Yeah, Amora, yeah, she's funny. Her husband just trails behind her, doesn't he, holding the bag. When I was married, I wouldn't have done that, I tell you. He'd have been saying, come on, come on. Not coming, oh, you're going round here for, come on. And yet we used to have to go to boat shows and trail around all these boats that we got no chance of ever buying. You know, multi-thousand £1,000 worth of bolt, even going back, what, 20 odd years, they was heck expensive. I dread to think how expensive they are now. But he'd go on them and, he'd be talking to these people like he had the money, and I'm like, come away. We didn't have enough money for a dinghy. Or tender, as they call them, yeah. Yeah, he's very patient with her, isn't he? My ex wouldn't have been. It's looking like 2 rows. It's changed from being multicoloured into like 2 rows of everything. I hope it's going to change soon. I want it to go back to being multicoloured. I'm going to turn the heating off now because I've got warm now. I've warmed up. So I have to go to the hall. I haven't worked out how to change the heating at the boiler end. When I get a bloke to come and service it for me, I'm going to ask him to show me how it works. Oh, my other boiler, when I was in Prestwich, it was dead easy. But this one, it looks so complicated. I don't know how it works. Right, I'm warming up now, as you can probably see. Warming up. Oh, can't get up now. Ow. Oh. I come with sound effects. Oh. Oh. I'm going to light a candle. All I can smell is cauliflower. I had cauliflower from the dinner. Well, not just cauliflower, other things besides just cauliflower, but the kitchen smells of cauli. It's lemon lime popsicle. Nathan asked me last week what it was. It's a Yankee Candle lemon lime popsicle. Oh. Oh. I shall have the pink side showing today. Although you can't see it, but I'll have the pink side showing. As soon as I'm crocheting with pinks. Oh dear. I thought I had a lot of wool, but I think Amora beats me. She puts a lot of it on Vinted. But by the time her videos come out, she's sold it already. So we never get a chance. You'd have to keep looking at her Vinted, if I knew what her name was, to see what she's selling. And not wait for her to put the video up, because by the time she puts the video up, it's all been sold, yeah. I woke up the other morning, I thought, oh, it's nice and warm today. I got up, walked in the bathroom and touched the radiator, and it was on. I'd forgotten to turn it off. So it'd been on all night, so no wonder it was lovely and warm. Oh, come on, change colour. It's getting boring. It's like every other row. It's a different colour here. I want it to go back to being like it was at the beginning, with the purples in it and the maroons. I wonder if she'll ever get married in Iran. With all this, what's going on. Yeah, I learned to knit when I was 5. My mother did crochet, but not really. She could never follow a pattern or anything like that. And I learned to crochet when I was 14, 13, 14, something like that. I had tonsillitis really badly and I was in bed. My mother got fed up of coming up and downstairs with the drink. So she gave me a crochet hook. I learned to crochet Peyton's book. I've still got it. And said start crocheting, and I did. Well, I didn't at first. I threw it across the room a few times. But my youngest niece's daughter, she's about 12, 13, something like that. She started to do crochet now, yeah. It's quite easy, actually. If you follow YouTube, yeah. Oh, I still can't move my arm properly. I didn't have YouTube back in the day. I just had books. It's very hard to learn how to crochet from a book. But it's quite easy to learn it from YouTube. Beth in Texas, yeah. She's still doing videos. I don't remember seeing her for a while. Oh, I've no patience to teach people, me. I've got... I'm not bad teaching people to crochet if they sat by the side of me, but I couldn't do it on a video because I don't have the... Well, as you can tell, I don't have the equipment. I use this camera, and I got in trouble with a lady the other day because she said she couldn't hear me and she couldn't see me. I had already apologised for the lighting because it was quite dark. It was only 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And she said, I can't hear you and I can't see you. I used to follow a few people that don't do it anymore. I used to follow Dina. She used to do like loom knitted hats for charity, Dina. And then I used to follow, what was she called? Pam Chatter, something or other. She's not on anymore. You have arrived, and to prove it, you're here. I just said I didn't know whether you'd come on or not. I didn't know how long you'd be out. Out and about. We've got a new lady on here called Wendy. Val's not well. She's full of a cold. She phoned me to say she wouldn't be coming on. She sounded dreadful. Sorry, Val, if you're listening. She sounded dreadful. She said she was going to bed. And Ruth's not on. She's probably gone out for the evening. It's her last evening. I think she goes home tomorrow. I've never done the loom knitting. I always think it's a bit slower to me because I can knit, you know. Oh, I hope she's better for Tuesday because Val's supposed to be coming to help me with my knitting machine on Tuesday. Ah. Oh, I hope she feels better. Yeah, like, subscribe. Feed Sophie some chocolate, yeah. Oh, that hurt my arm then when I did that. I shouldn't have done that. La, 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 la. Well, I'm not going to the knit club on Monday because the trams stop. They're not going up to as far as the library. And I'm not trundling all the way up the main road on my little scooter. Yeah. We usually have a good chat, Wendy. We tend to keep it no politics, no what is it, no religion, no homophobia, no whatever, no bitchiness. We might have a little bitch about, not about each other. We might have a little bitch about somebody on the telly or something, but by and large, we tend to keep it pleasant. Yeah. We don't do politics because otherwise it just disintegrates into an argument. So, and it's the same with religion, isn't it? Because everybody's got their own ideas, so we don't discuss that. You get into bother anyway, don't you? If you start talking about stuff like that, you always get somebody who doesn't agree with you, and it gets nasty. And we tend to keep it pleasant. We say we've got a nice party atmosphere. We do discuss TV programs sometimes, but usually the ones in the past that we've liked. Or if Dotty Dolly comes on, we talk about music sometimes. Because she listens to some strange music that I've never heard of half of the time. Bred in captivity. Ha! Oh, did you see that little lonely monkey? The one everybody's been following? Because his mother wouldn't have anything to do with him. So they had to hand rear him, and none of the other monkeys wanted him. And they gave him this big stuffed monkey thing that he dragged around everywhere. He's got a girlfriend. They've given him a little girl that's the same age as him. Yeah, he's got a little girlfriend now, so he's not a lonely little monkey anymore. Yeah, his mother. She was a first-time mum and she didn't want anything to do with him when he was born. And the rest of the pack didn't really. Why is it doing this? It's just doing two colours over and over again. Yeah, the gamer wall, how exciting. Whoopie-doo. Everybody's saying we hope it's better than the first one. I only watched one of them. I watched the first one and thought, this is not for me. Some people really liked it, but I didn't. But everybody to their own taste, isn't it? We don't all like the same things. Even Tom Daly said they'd learnt a lot from the first series. And hopefully the second series would be better. Even he's admitted that. No, I don't think I'll be watching it. I might look at the first one just to see. Yeah, I've watched them all though, the Midsummer Murders. I actually found one I hadn't watched not long ago and I was like dead excited. I thought, oh, I haven't seen that one. I listen to the Miss Marple stories on YouTube, but they're not by her. They're just, yeah. Wendy is suffering from predictive text, Linda, if you're wondering. It's saying anything that what she's not saying. Yes, she's, it's Miss Marple but it's not Miss Marple. Agatha Christie never wrote them, you know. It's other people making up stories about Miss Marple. Some of them are all right and some of them are a load of tripe. Oh, my arm. Yeah, I listen to, well, it's not Audible. I haven't got that thing where you listen to books. People keep saying, oh, it's free at the library, but I never joined the library. And I'm not paying for Readily or something, it's called. That's about £14 a month or something, isn't it? Readly or something. Oh, I've got pains up my arms. I googled it. You shouldn't Google it, could you? It's telling me all sorts of things when I googled it. I've got to put me gel on. I won't say it because you could pronounce it a bit rude, couldn't you? And I don't want to be banned by YouTube. Yeah, you have to join the library. I've never joined the library. I joined the library when I lived in Prestwich, but I never joined it. Yeah, the girls who go to the knit club, they've all downloaded it. Oh, I tend to just buy cheap books from Awesome Books, or I go to a knit club at the church round the corner, and they have books there for 50p. So I read them and then I take them back again. So, oops. So yeah, I get me 50p's worth out of a book, and then I take it back for somebody else to pay 50p to read it. Oh, that hurt my arm. Keep getting pains up my bones on both arms. Tell you I've been for an MRI scan, but I didn't get my medication today. I probably ordered it a day in. Oh, they're really funny, my doctors. If you order it like a day before you due it, they won't give it you until that day. Whether they think I'm going to overdose myself with a morphine patch, I don't know. But because I'm not actually due it till Tuesday, that's when they'll probably bring it Tuesday. It's really annoying. I got other things that I'd ordered, but not the morphine patch and not the tramadol. They'll bring them on Tuesday, no doubt. Yep. Oh, I've gone on to red. Thank goodness for that. It was like salmon and. Have I listened to File? Is that a typo? 11.99 a month. Nah, I don't buy magazines, so I wouldn't save anything, would I? If you buy a load of magazines, then it's probably worth it. But Giles Brandreth, no. No, I just tend to watch. I tend to listen to. Is it called Tommy and Tuppence? Hercule Poirot. I listen to May Gray. Um, all things like that. Yeah, I listen to. Oh, the morphine patch makes me itch. I've got 4 books I need to read. I borrowed them. They're a series of 4, and Val wants to read them when I've read them. So I need to read them, then I can give them on to Val. She's going away at the end of the month. I hope she's better by then. She sounded like she got a really heavy cold when she spoke to me today. Do, 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 do. I think I need to do about 20 rows before I stop. Nowhere near that yet. 1, 2. Let me see how many I've done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Oh, I've done 18. It's at least 20 I've got to do before I stop. I don't like big floppy sleeves. No, I don't like things like that, Linda. I'm not into Wuthering Heights and stuff like that. Hi, Ethan. Oh, there you are. Wendy watched it, Linda. I don't like historical things. I never liked Downton Abbey and all that stuff. Grantchester, not Grantchester, I like that one. What's it called? That other one. I've actually got a DVD of it, but I never watched it. Cranford, that was it. I'm not keen on that sort of stuff. And I don't like Catherine Cookson and all stuff like that. Upstairs and Downstairs, I did watch that years ago. But there was nothing much to watch back in the day. You didn't have all the choice that you did. What do I like? Well, I used to like call the midwife. I like Death in Paradise. The other Death in Paradise, the second one. I like Midsummer Murders when it was on. Hercule Poirot when it was on. Stuff like that I like. I don't like historical things and stuff like that. I don't like that. And I do never watch reality shows, quiz games. I don't like any of them. I'm a funniosity. I watch very little telly. I hate quiz games. They get on my wick. Oh, reality shows are shocking, aren't they? Married at First Sight. Who cares? Real Housewives are some fake, phony people. I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here. No, never heard of you. You're certainly not a celebrity in my eyes. I don't know who they are. Yeah. I mean, they're just famous for being, when they say he's a Towie or whatever. I'm like, who's that? Oh, he was on Towie. I'm like, Towie? Didn't watch it. So I have no idea who they are. No, I don't care about them. They're just nobodies, aren't they? I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here. And all they are, they've been on some reality show or other, or they're an influencer or something, and I'm like, I've never heard of them. These so-called influencers. I mean, they're just paid, aren't they, to say, to promote stuff. And people who watch them are too dumb to realise that they're not doing what they're saying. Oh, I have wonderful skin because I use X, Y, Z. No, they don't. They're just being paid to promote it. And all these people are so dumb, they just follow them. I've got to, on TikTok, oh, God knows TikTok. People doing idiotic things for money. I never watched Peaky Blinders. Apparently it's coming back on again, isn't it? I never watched it. Oh, Geordie Shore and Made in Chelsea. What a load of rubbish that is. If I could get away with not paying my licence, I would. I don't. I haven't joined TikTok. I've got no intentions of joining TikTok. Yeah, I'm a Zedlif, Zedlist. I'm a celebrity in what? Who? What are you a celebrity in? Because I've never heard of you. Oh, you're an influencer. All right. Okay. Whoopie doo. Oh, I don't want to go with the spiders. I've got no chance of being a celebrity. I keep saying I want to be an overnight sensation on YouTube, but I've left it a bit late. I got a message the other day saying it was my 13th anniversary on YouTube. Woohoo! Wow. An overnight sensation after 13 years. I will be discovered. Not sure what for. Yeah, 13 years I've been on here. I've not been doing lives for 13 years. Yeah, I've got a TV license, but I don't know why. For the occasional time I watch it. I think it should be free when you get to a certain age for. Well, the house I should have moved into was number 13, but it wasn't lucky for the bloke who was selling it because he passed away suddenly. He was only young. That's why I didn't get that house. That's why I came here. I don't watch travel so much. I don't know why I get stuck into like looking around people's houses and tiny houses and people who live on narrow boats. That's what I tend to watch. I like having a nosy round somebody's house. Is it 15 years? Well, they lied to me then. They told me it was 13 years. Hey, yeah, it's 15 years I've been on here. Woo! Bit late to be an overnight sensation then, aren't I? No, I love nosing around people's houses, so I like it when I think it's called Homeworthy or something. Trouble is, a lot of them are American, so I don't like watching them, but I like watching the English ones. There was one on today. He was an artist, and he bought this like a derelict school. He bought. His living room was huge because it was like the hall that used to be, the hall of the school. It had been, I mean, he must have had loads of money because it was derelict when he bought it. I used to like watching, what was he called? Drew. And they used to go around looking for antiques. I used to like watching him. He's not on anymore, I don't think. Well, I'm doing a hexi cardigan for me. And then I'm in the middle of doing a maroon cardigan, but I'm doing two sleeves together because I might be loosely following a pattern, but I don't follow a pattern. So I couldn't do it while I was talking to you. So I decided to just do the hexi while I was talking to you. I'm not one with loads of projects. I only ever have one or two on the go. My next one actually is shawls for um, the old people. I've been given loads and loads of part balls. So I'll be doing like granny stitch, multicoloured shawls is what I'll be doing. And one of my friends, I think she's sending me some wool. She said she was having a clear out in a craft room. So I said, well, if you do send me any wool, I'll be using it for, my charity shawls. So she said, oh, yeah, that's fine. You want to see the Mario Brothers? How old are you, Enid? It's a cartoon, isn't it? Do I not? Now, is that ski or sew? I only do repairs if that's supposed to be sewing. I'm not good at sewing anything that has a. No, I'm waiting for you to come and do this doll's house, Sophie. I tidied up the spare room. I need to get around to it. I just never seem to find the time. And then if Val comes on Tuesday and puts my knitting machine up for me, well, it'll be two of us doing it. Then I'll be playing on that, won't I? I've never played any games of any description. The only thing I do is I play Spider, what is it called? Not Spider, Solitaire. Yeah, I've got me. Well, if you watched my video, you saw the doll's house, the pink one. Yeah, I've got a knitting machine. I got given a silver reed. I used to have knitting machines when I lived on my own in Prestwich. And when I moved here to Fleetwood, I had to get rid of them because there was no room for them. Anyway, a lady at my knitting club, she said, "Does anybody want a knitting machine?" I went, "Yeah, me." So it's in it looks like a piano because it's in one of those cases, a big wooden case, and it wants its ribber attaching. So Val used to have a knitting machine, so she knows how to put it together. Yeah, I used to have two. I had a chunky one and I had a knit master, which is like the silver radio. I had books galore, patterns galore, got rid of them all when I moved here, and now I want them back, don't I? Oh, and I've got loads of machine cones that I got given as well in the garage. So I've got lots of things to do. I was into hand knitting, but now I'm not hand knitting anymore because of my shoulders. Mind you, this knitting machine might kill my shoulders, but we'll have to see. If I don't go mad at it, I like the knitting machine because it does really fine lacy things, like a lacy sweater, in thin wool, which you wouldn't sit and knit, would you? Well, I wouldn't anyway. To be nice for like a summer weight cardigan or a summer weight sweater. I won't be using it all the time, yeah. And Maura had to go on a knitting machine. That'll be her next thing she'll be wanting. They're like the sewing machine she's never taken out of the box, won't it? I've got my mum's sewing machine, but all I ever do is mend things, really. Oh, I love vintage patterns. I have got a garage, a great big box like that full of patterns. And then I've got all the folders where you put them in plastic sheets. My Addie's on top of the Billy bookcase, and the little Addie is in the drawer of my desk. But my Addie machine doesn't like English wool. It only likes American number 4 weight, which we don't have over here. Oh, my arm. Ow. Oh, the vintage crochet. Have you ever watched that lady? I think she's called Vintage Crochet. She does them very, very fine, vintage patterns like doilies and things. I can't grip little hooks anymore. My next thing that I want to do is I've got a lot of embroidery hoops. I want to do those, they're called mandalas, to make wall hangings. I've got a couple of books on the mandala patterns. That's what I would like to do next. I think she's called a vintage crocheter. I mean, she does, her son sometimes gives her patterns and he takes away the picture and she has to crochet them and she doesn't know what she's making. I think she's called a vintage crocheter or something. You'd like a book that I've got then. It's Victorian crochet. It's all patterns that come from, I mean, they're obviously not the actual patterns. They're like, been reprinted. And they're like monthly magazines that used to come out in the 1800s or something. And they put them all together in a book and it's called Victorian Crochet. Yeah. I can't get the hang of Tunisian crochet because I have to have a thumb thing, otherwise my crochet twists round. And Tunisian, of course, they don't. I bought a full set of the Denise ones. It cost me a fortune, and it just twists. It's like little hook like that with a long cord, and I can't hold the little hook. It's too short. I did do the stitches one time, but I had to use a full length rigid Tunisian hook. I couldn't do it with the little ones. You watch her what's she called, the vintage crochet or something? What's she called, Nathan? Is that the one you watch? Where her son sets her these challenges and he doesn't show her what she's making, he just gives her the pattern. She doesn't know whether she's making a mat or anything. And what is harder for her is the vintage patterns are all in English crochet, and she's an American, so she struggles with the terminology. Whereas I'm the opposite, I struggle with the American terminology. Yeah, this Victorian crochet book, it's got like antimacassars. They're like chair covers. Am I in groups? No, we've just got the one for here, a Facebook group that's for the Saturday Night Crafters. I used to go on groups in Ravelry, but I got fed up with them being so catty, nasty and stuff. You know, the ones that say, oh, your crocheting's lovely, but you're using icky acrylic. You know, the hand-dyed yarn snobs, yeah. So I gave up with Ravelry. Or if I posted anything, they used to send me a message going, pattern. They didn't even say, is there a pattern? Oh, Llama Mama Kayla, she's lost all of her fingers on one hand now, and a thumb. She's just had the thumb amputated. Llama Mama Kayla or something, yeah. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I think I've got 18. I think I've got to do 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, 18. I think I've got to do 20. So I'll do another 2. Then I'll leave it until I can measure it. I'll start the other piece if I get time. I never enter raffles. Well, I certainly don't now, because if people are in America, I wouldn't bother because it would cost them a fortune if you won. And that's why I never do giveaways, because I'd have to say UK only, which would mean that half of my subscribers couldn't even enter it. So that's not fair. It's like being discriminatory. But it's not that. It's not just the postage, even if you had something small. It's when it gets to the other end with you know who and his tariffs. That the person I'd sent it to might have to pay to get it. It's just like you can't even send it as a gift anymore. I mean, the postage is horrendous. A friend of mine who's in Malaysia, she wanted to send 2 silk scarves, which don't weigh anything, to a friend of hers in England for a present or something. And it cost her £18 to go snail mail, which would take forever. But if she wanted to send it quick post, it would have been £50 just to send 2 little flimsy silk scarves that didn't weigh anything. Oh, I only ever win on unlucky dips, we call them. Unlucky dips, that's all I ever win from the lottery. Some people win all the time, and some people win on the premium bonds. I think you have to have a big block of premium bonds to ever win. Oh, I'm back to this pink and peach again. It's going to bore me, that. Especially if the other front doesn't look like that. What is your motto? Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. Whoops. What did you do there, Jane? You made a pig's ear of that. You made a pig's ear. I need a Coca-Cola. Or a Pepsi-Cola or whatever it is. Can't remember what I bought. Oh. I'll see if I can reach it without getting off my chair. Oh. Oh, it's a Pepsi Max. And my mince is staring at me. I need to cook that tomorrow. I was supposed to cook it today and I didn't. Oh. My son's motto is, if it wasn't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. Oh, and his other one is, never let your fears get in the way of your dreams. I watch Passionate Kelsey and she only ever drinks Dr. Peppers. Ugh. I don't like that. I think you're never going to get that, Linda. I wouldn't bother. Are you sure she said she was going to send it? Oh. Rice pudding for after. I like rice pudding. I like rice pudding, sago pudding, tapioca. When I say that, everybody goes, ugh. I love it like that. You know, school puddings like spotted dick and custard and jam roly-poly and stuff. I love all that sort of stuff. I don't eat it much these days because of being diabetic, but I just love all that. People who've got sophisticated taste. Yeah, I try to make dinners now. I'm trying to stay away from anything that's, you know, what to call it, full of additives and preservatives and stuff and stuff. I'm trying to stay away from it by making my own dinners. I'll probably it'll be a cottage pie, won't it? Because it's minced beef. It's a shepherd's pie if it's lamb, but that's beef, so it'll be a cottage pie I'll make tomorrow. Because I don't like chili or anything like that. And I don't like spaghetti bolognese because it involves pasta, which I don't like. So it will be a cottage pie. I've got spuds, I've got carrots. I should have got some extra milk and then I could have made a homemade tapioca pudding. I've got tapioca. She wrote it in a notebook. That don't mean to say you're going to get it. When you know she's scatty. I would not hold your breath, dear. I'd just go and buy one. It's tea. If you want to make that scarf, it's easier to go and buy one. You should have bought one when you were at that Blackpool show. Found a colour that goes with what you've already got. It's like me, I've got about 4 skeins of hand-dyed yarn, but they're all ones and none of them go together. You know, I couldn't do anything that's in 2 colours to eke it out. And I don't want to knit a Sophie scarf because I think they look like a bandage wrapped around your neck. I think my red's gone down. Yeah, my red's died down a bit. I had a rash this earlier on and a big red rash across there. I think the only way you'd ever get that is to go to her house and knock on her door and say, please can I have the skein? That's the only way I think it'll turn up. Yeah, you have a Sophie scarf. It's knitted in garter stitch with like a thing round the edge of it. It goes like that, skinny, and then it goes back in again. And it's only a little thing. It looks like you've got one of those, collars they give you when you have whiplash. It looks like one of them wrapped round your neck. But everybody's making them, of course. They're all jumping on the bandwagon. I've not made one because I wouldn't wear it. Oh dear. I think Linda's made one. She does another pattern, that lady, with the hood. It's knitted, yeah, Nathan. Knitted in garter stitch with like a little roll edge. You increase out like that and then you get halfway, then you start decreasing. So it looks a bit like a Boy Scout's neckerchief actually, except you don't wear it with a woggle. Yeah, the one that, that cream one that Sheila wears that looks like she's been in a car accident, yeah. That's what she's knitted, yeah. I think she should have chosen another colour, but cream, yeah. No, my next few projects will be those shawls, for the old folks home. I need to get rid of all them oddments I've got. Val showed me how to do it. You put your wool forward and then slip them, and it makes like the cord. Yeah, it looks easy. Yeah, it probably would be better with the woggle. I've got in my, I've got a big tin box full of brooches. And I've actually got one of those. Do you remember the scarf things that old dears used to wear? Where you threaded it up and threaded it up and it went like that. I've got one of them. It's like an elephant. I saw it the other day and I thought, what is that? I thought, it's not a brooch. What is it? And then it dawned on me. It was a scarf ring with an elephant on it. Old dears used to wear them, didn't you? You used to thread your scarf up them and then they used to clip down, yeah. You've got 4 hexes. Well, you'll do that, no problem. You can do a hexi a week. I mean, this I know I've been doing it for a while, but I've not been, if you add up the hours I've been doing it, it's not many. I've been doing it at knit club. That was all I've been doing it at. Because I'm doing that maroon cardigan here. She was a character on her own, isn't she, for sure. I'm waiting for when she fills up her car with petrol. She'll be off on a rant because it's all gone up. One of the ladies who comes on here, Julie, she's not on today because she's up at her sister-in-law's, I think. She was saying that when she was driving up there, well, her partner was driving up there, that a lot of the garages just sold out of petrol. They didn't have any at all. And I know they've put it up, haven't they? I'm waiting for Sheila to have a rant when she goes to fill her car up. I mean, I don't drive, so I don't know how much it's gone up by. I only drive a mobility scooter, and that's electric. I got sworn at again on Thursday. Well, do the ones that you have to do for a certain thing first and get them out of the way. Like your friend's for her birthday, get that one done. Your friend Fran can wait because she went last on the line. So it'll be your birthday one first, then your 2 nieces, and then your Fran will have to wait. I'm sure she'll understand. Crochet underwear, oh, Devova. One woman said I should make granny square shorts, and I went, I live in a cold climate, why would I want them? And she said you could wear them in bed, and I thought, ooh, how unhygienic. Ugh. The thought of it just makes me go, ugh. Yeah, it was something wrong with the camera. Everybody was saying that she looked as though she was on her last legs. Sheila were talking about she looked grey. And it turned out it was the camera on her computer that was faulty. We all thought she was for the knackers yard. I can't wear wool at all. I just cannot wear it. People say, oh, if you wore this and you wore that, it's lovely and soft. It's nothing to do with the softness that irritates me. It's the fact it comes off an animal. It doesn't matter how soft it is. I'm allergic to animals. I'm not allergic to my own animals like cats and dogs and things like that. But I must be allergic to llamas and alpacas and sheep because they make me itch like crazy. Have you got all your wool for your hexes, Linda? You got it all mapped out? I'd like to go down to that place where they sell wool for 50p for 100 gram. That not so secret warehouse in Leicester, is it? But I'd never get down to Leicester. And they're only open certain days. I think it's about one Saturday a month, I think, that they open to the public. It's probably as well I don't go. I've got enough. Can you imagine me? I'll be coming back with suitcases. You're allergic to idiots. Well, there's a lot more idiots than there is sheep. Yeah, that's why I went off Ravelry, because I got sick of people saying, oh, but you've made it in acrylic. You should have made it in wool. I'm like, yeah, fine. I've just told you I'm allergic to wool. Oh, but you wouldn't be if you used alpaca. I can guarantee you it's lovely and soft. And I'm like, no, why can't you get it through your head? It's nothing to do with how soft it is and how scratchy it is. It's to do with the fact it comes from an animal. Do, 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 do. I can wear wool on my feet, but only if the socks are inside out. I was watching another young mum, and she doesn't knit. She bought socks, and she was saying she has to have her socks on inside out, and I do as well. Yeah, I'm trying not to. I have seen a hexi done in, you do alternate rows, one row of eyelash yarn and one of the ordinary, and that is what I've got my eye on. I want to do that. It's like an evening jacket if you do it that way, like furry wool. Like I do this. Oh, I've put my skirt, my shawl. I used to love making these, but I can't get the wool from ice anymore. That's the eyelash yarn. But I use all different kinds of yarn and different kinds of things. Every row is different. Can you imagine a jacket done every other row with the eyelash? Lovely. I've got some bits and pieces left in the garage, but of the ice yarn, but not enough to do another one of these. I had another one, a beautiful one that I sold, and I wished I'd never sold it now. But when you sell it, you think you can get the wool again. But it's all to do with these tariffs and VAT and whatever. I can't, I just can't. Who's blind kill? Are you on two channels, Sophie? Yeah, I looked in the garage to see if I've got any eyelash yarn that I could use, yeah. Old blind needle. Do you remember that lass that used to come on here that was blind? What was she called? Can't think what she was called. What tickles me, Linda, with a lot of these snobs who only have hand-dyed yarn, if you gave them something that was wound as if it had come off a skein, some of the high end, I'm talking acrylics, I bet they wouldn't know. If you told them. Stylecraft. I love Wendy's predictive text. You're not blind, Kill 1991. No, I know you're not. No, there was a lass used to come on here ages ago, and she was blind. She used to come on. I don't know. I don't know what happened to her. You remember, don't you, Chris? Yeah. Her husband used to do that 3D printing. Another of my friends has got into that. The one who does Manchester Mudlarks. I know quite a few people are subscribed to her. She's got a 3D printer. She's printed all kinds of stuff out on it. No, I know you're not the blind one. I'm not saying you are. Used to be a lady came on here. Who's not married yet? The lady who was, one of them was, because her husband used to do that 3D printing. I got asked to crochet something for a lady. She supplied the wool, and it was no, I can't remember what she was called, Chris. I know she was a blind lass that used to come on, and her husband used to do 3D printing. That's all I know about her. But I haven't seen her for absolutely ages. Yeah. Now I forgot what I was going to say now. Oh, yeah. A lady for one of the knit clubs, she asked me would I crochet her a shawl, and she gave me that Norro, as it calls, something garden. Whoa, honestly. It was full of knots. It had bits of straw and string and all sorts in it. It was horrible. But it cost an absolute fortune. And she was a bit of a posh woman, she paid a fortune for this thing. Something garden it was called. Norro. Beautiful colour. absolutely gorgeous, but it was a mess. I was pulling out bits of twig and grass out of it. And then I made another shawl, and I didn't know then that you're supposed to do 2 rows off one skein of hand dyed and 2 rows off another one because the colour can vary so much. And I made this woman a shawl, and it was like I'd used different wools. It was so different. I'd used 3 skeins, and one was green, one was grey, they were all supposed to be the same. I didn't know you had to mix them up because I didn't buy it, didn't use it. They should tell you these things. The lady who dyed it actually, Amora talks to her. She's called DT Yarns. Who's Olivia? Now you're getting me really confused now. I didn't know there was any Olivia. Come on. Oh, who's come on? Have I missed them? Silk Garden, that was the one. What a load of trash it was. It's about £7 a ball. It was like Olivia's blind kill, blind needle. I don't think it's the same one. If she's not married, then it's the same one. I didn't buy that Silk Garden. But this snobby woman that wanted me to make this shawl with it did. Oh, it was horrible when it was done. The colour was beautiful, like I say, but I had terrible trouble with it because it was all knots. And the thing was, it was graded wool. When you got a knot, it changed to a different colour completely. So it ruined the flow of the colours. I mean, if they're going to put a knot in it, they could at least knot it on the same colour, the same sequence. But when, it's knotted on green and the next one should have been purple, say, and then they tie a red on, it just throws all the sequence out. And you pay all that kind of money, you expect it a bit better than that. I would never use pure wool on anybody's thing because, especially if they don't know how to wash it, they put it in the washing machine and then it's ruined. I mean, even this machine wash merino, no, I wouldn't do it. It might say machine washable, but if it's merino or something like that, no. Maybe I am thinking of that one. I know she was a blind lady. That's all I can remember. It's such a long time since she used to come on. People vanish, don't they? And you never see them again. And you think, after a while, you think, wonder what happens to so and so? What happened to him? I don't know. I probably got the name wrong. I can't remember what her first name was. It's just I just suddenly thought, and I thought I've not seen her for ages and ages. They probably stopped crafting or gone on to do something different. When I worked at the job centre, I did crochet for absolutely years. Because I couldn't wear it at at work, so I never had a chance to wear it, so I just didn't wear anything with crochet. Oh, stop bragging, Enid. It's not warm here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. One more row. I wouldn't mind a bit of warm. A friend who lives in Malaysia, she's always hot, hot. Oh, it's 7 degrees here, so it's not hot, hot, hot here. Feeling hot, hot, hot. I don't know what the rest of it is. It's only that little bit that's stuck in my mind. It's a song, isn't it? I think it's reggae, but I can't remember what the rest of it is. Yeah, it does take ages. I need it to be nice. I need to tidy up this backyard, empty all the soil out of all the dead plant pots. Yeah, I'm going to take the big planters across the road to the men's shed because they were the ones who I bought 2 planters last year full of plants and they were lovely. So I've still got the planters, so I'm going to ask them will they fill them up for me. Obviously, I'll pay to have them filled up. But I don't want to buy the planters all over again because I've got 2 big massive planters. Which would look nice, when they get done again. I've got one that I can't take across, that great big blue wooden thing. Just put them out on the deck. The heat will cook them. I tried that with a candle today. I had a candle and it's stuck in this lovely glass jar thing, and I can't get it out. And I thought, oh, I'll put it in the sun. It might melt it, then I can prise it out with a knife. But it didn't work. Bedtime for Sophie. Why, have you got work tomorrow? Or are you going to the gym? Yeah, I'll have to do something. It's a lovely glass jar. It's purple with like all, well, not real silver, but silver all like filigree around the outside of it. And I put a candle in it and it burnt down and it's gone like that and the wick's gone so you can't get it to burn away. So I can't get that stump of the candle out. I remember never to do that with another candle. I'm frightened of eating the glass in case it cracks, yeah. I tried putting it in boiling water, the whole thing, like, and stood it, but it didn't melt enough to get it out. It's my own fault for... I usually use tea lights. Yeah, I did. I used hot tap water and put it in like a bowl of hot water, but it didn't melt it. I haven't got a garden. I've only got a yard with plant pots in it. But I tried to make it look a bit more chirpy. You know, with some nice... I've got loads of seeds, but I've asked my friend's husband if he'll come and... oh, I don't find... No, it's got metal. I can't do that, Chris. It's got metal on the outside of the glass. It's like a glass filigree, but you can't take it out of the metal, if you know what I mean. It's not a glass that's inside. It's fastened up. Oh, yeah. It's all together anyway. Yeah. I've asked my friend if she can get her husband to come and put my greenhouse together for me. It's only a little baby greenhouse, but it's a wooden one this time because that plastic one's all just blown away. Yeah. I mean, I've got a lovely conservatory, but the window bottoms are about that big. So I can't put them on the window bottom. Because somebody said put shelves up. I said, I've got no wall. It's glass all the way around. The only wall I have is onto the back of my house, but then it's got a window in it. So there's no actual wall. There's a bit of wall like that with a light bulb, light switch in it. And on the other side, it's got the light. So I've got nowhere to put a shelf. So I've got a lovely little greenhouse. It's a little wooden one. It goes against the wall. It's got little doors that open up, but I can't put it together. So I'd asked my friend's husband, and he said he'd do it, like in the spring, when I want to use it to plant the plant seeds in. So I said to her the other day, will you ask him to find a free day for me? I mean, he'll do it. It's just a matter of I have to wait while he can do it for me. Because I'm not very good at things like that. I'm all right with them plastic things that you slot together, but this is more intricate. You've got to screw this with, because it's wooden. You've got to do it with proper screws, yeah. He put that white, which way? That way. He did that white one for me. So once that's up, I can put it on the wall on the opposite side of here in the sun, and then maybe I can germinate the seeds in that. I've got loads and loads of plant pots, all with dead plants in. I think my little trees, I think 2 or else 3 of my little trees seem to be growing again. I thought they might have died off, with it being winter, because I'm not much of a gardener. I never thought about that, putting it in the freezer. Ah, yeah, so it's like the candle burnt down the middle, if you know what I mean. So it's like that. It's got like all the way around. I don't want to start chipping at it with a knife and break the glass, because the glass is quite pretty. Well, I don't know. That's what I mean. I don't know whether it would. I'll Google. I know people put bottles of wine and stuff in and then forget them, don't they? But then they explode, don't they? Oops, that's easy. Went wrong there. On the 20th row. I've got another 2 sides to do. I think this is turning out a bit smaller than usual, so I might have to do. Yeah. Alan, how do I get a candle out? I used to love watching that programme, you know, where they used to surprise people by doing up the garden while they were away. I used to love that programme. I tried putting a match into the wax, you know, see if I could make the wax, the match act as a wick, but it didn't work. The match burnt down, but it didn't burn into the candle. Tra-la-la-la. Yeah, when I finish that, I'm not going to knit club on Monday because the trams are stopping. They're not going all the way up to the library. So if it's nice, I'll have to go out to the garden. If it's not nice, I'll try and finish that maroon cardigan. Then I need to start doing shawls. Japanese. A predictive text. Predictive text. It's like my friend, she has it. And every time she says, shall we go to Cleveland? She always says, shall we go to Cleverly? So now I ask her, I say, we're going to Cleverly at the weekend. She goes, stop it. You know it's predictive text. I said, well, it doesn't do it with mine. Mine doesn't change Cleveland's into Cleverly. She does. Oh, so turn my neck that way. That hurt. I don't know when I'll get my results. They said about 6 weeks. Could take 6 weeks, they said, to get the results of the MRI scan. So I'm not expecting to hear for a while yet. I don't suppose I'll do anything, but at least I'd like to know what's going on. Yeah, I usually do roughly 20 rows before I stop, but it depends on the yarn. I don't like the big wide arms, you know, and people keep on going until it's wide enough for their bust. And then they finish up with massive, massive armholes. What school did I go to? I went to the Mission, otherwise known as All Saints. Then I went to St Paul's in Royton, and then I went to Cheltenham Grammar School for girls. was like the prime of Miss Jean Brodie when I was there. My headmistress was Miss Myatt. She used to say, "Come along, girls. We must all help Mother in the holidays. She has a lot to do, you know." So you could help out by doing a little bit of cleaning for Mother. Oh, she was of a different generation than we were. She had natural wavy hair that was red. And it used to have this big wave and it used to bob about when she was talking. And she always wore suits, really old-fashioned suits with a pleat right up the front of the skirt. And a tailored jacket and a blouse. We used to take bets on what colour blouse she would have. You went to Hume. Hume! No, I wasn't in the catchment for Hume. I was in the catchment for Chadderton, because I lived in Chadderton. Well, I lived in Royton, actually, but it was still in the catchment area for Chadderton. And also my brother had been there. I always thought Hume was a bit posh. What was that other one that was really posh? That grammar school in Oldham. Can't remember its name now. It was quite a posh one. Needless to say, I didn't go there. Not posh enough for that. Yeah, I can't think what it was called. I don't think it was Hume Grammar. But it was posh. It was posh and you went there. I didn't. There used to be De La Salle, didn't there? That was in Manchester. That was posh. And Loretta, that was the girls' one, wasn't it, in Manchester? My cousin went to Loretta. They had a blazer that looked like a deck chair. It was maroon and gold and something stripes it was. She looked like she was wearing a deck chair. You weren't posh. Bet you didn't have to wear that big bucket hat like I had to wear, like Call the Midwife. And our shorts were like a skirt, like big posh things with pleats. We had to wear for hockey. They were that heavy, you were running up and down the hockey field, you were worn out before you got to the other end of the pitch. Because the skirt was that heavy, it was pure wool. And it weighed a ton. A friend of mine here, she went to a grammar school in Blackpool, and their school uniform was Blackpool Tower and cockle shells and all sorts. She said it was absolutely awful. The art teacher had designed the fabric. La 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 la. So what's everybody going to do tomorrow? I know what Linda will be doing. She'll be listening to the church service if she can get it. Last week she couldn't get it. It didn't come on a YouTube. Looking after the cat. She's got a lodger. A lodger cat. So that's what she'll be doing tomorrow. I'll be making my cottage pie. That'll last me 2 or 3 days. And if it's nice, I'll be sorting out the garden. If it's not nice, I'll be crocheting. That's what I'll be doing. I don't know about anybody else. Sophia's gone to bed because she's got the gym in the morning. Val's in bed poorly by the sound of it. I don't know what anybody else is doing. I can't watch Call the Midwife, it's finished. I watched Talking Pictures, that's on at 5 o'clock. I watched that one instead. It's all quiet here, my next door neighbour's away. He goes away about this time of year for about 3 weeks to Spain. So it's very, very quiet. Mine is not noisy anyway. I never hear him. Never hear his telly or anything. He's very quiet. Oof. That my arm gives me jip tomorrow. Next week, the clocks go forward. I shall be losing an hour in bed next week. When it's me. It's me, it's me, it's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. That's what we used to sing at school, Sunday school. Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. Huh. No, the cat would rather play with your wool. Cats always do. They don't want their own bit of wool. They want what you're crocheting with or knitting with. You know what cats are like. Rosie was a demon with my yarn. Trixie never bothered. Never bothered at all. But Rosie. Rosie dragged all mine, if you remember, all my bag of wool with my crochet, and she dragged it all around the back garden. And what did my son do? He videoed her. Instead of taking it off her, all he said was, "Oh, Grandma, I'm cross with you." And she's galloping around the garden with, those organza bags that Wool Warehouse sends you stuff in, full of bits of wool, and she dragged it all around the garden. And it was all spilling out and tangling up. And it was all full of grass and all sorts. Oh, she was not my friend that day. It took me ages to untangle it all. When I had a cat, he used to play with the end of the needle, because I knit with one needle under my arm and the other one we waggling about. And then all of a sudden he'd grab, the knob thing, grab it and pull, and then all my stitches would come off. He was a monkey's uncle. Ooh, the arm. Ah. Anybody else get shooting pains right up their arm? And a finger that does that won't straighten out. Ooh, it just goes, shoots up the arm. I've put gel on it twice. What time is it? Oh, 1:30. I think I've done too much. Ow. Wow. Sheesh. Straight up my arm, that pain went. I don't know what it is. The physio said it was coming from my neck. But it's, oh. It's like a shooting pain from my wrist to my elbow. Holy. I want to finish this row. And I can put it down. There might be enough to break. No, you find it. It's no good tucking it behind you. You'll find it. He's not daft. Our Rosie used to find mine wherever it was. I've only got a row to do. And I've done 20 rows. And that might be enough to fold it over. Yeah. My cat did that when I was knitting this lacy pattern. And you can't pick up stitches again with a lacy pattern. I had to go, tink it back, row after row after row to get it back to where I understood. Because when you've got yarn overs and knit two togethers and stuff like that, it's very hard to put it back on the needle. And yeah, it was a really intricate lacy pattern. I could have killed the cat. Manny, I once did that. I used to do it with my needle under my arm. And I went like that to pull it from under my arm and it got caught on my sweater. The knob got caught on my sweater and I just pulled and I just finished up with all the knitting in my hand. The needle was still there under my arm. But luckily that was quite an easy pattern, so I managed to pick it up again. Tra-la-la-la. Oh, I'm going to have some fun tonight. I'm trying to get to sleep with this. I'll take another tramadol. I'm running out of them, seeing as they didn't send me any. There's a cat comes on my drive. I don't know whose cat it belongs to, because next door that way and that way don't have a cat. So I don't know whose cat it is. I asked my neighbour, I said, whose cat's that? She said, I've no idea. And it comes all the way down my drive, and sometimes it sits on next door's car. Or it sits underneath it sometimes. And then it wanders across the road. So I don't know where it lives. I keep thinking about getting a cat, but I can't get a dog because I can't walk it. It's such a faff with cats, though. I'd be frightened of it getting run over because I've got the main road. It's supposed to be 20 miles an hour, but does anybody take any notice of that? No, do they? Especially at night, you can hear them going vroom. Must be going about 60 miles an hour, never mind about 20. Well, I haven't got a garden, so my cat probably gone oops on somebody else's garden, wouldn't it? Get me in trouble with the neighbours. I've never had an indoor cat. They've always gone out until they got very old, and then they wouldn't. But when they were younger, they were always outside. The last one I had, Ollie, he used to sit in the middle of the road, and all my neighbours used to be, Ollie's in the middle of the road again. Or they would stop the car, pick him up and put him on the pavement. But if it was sunny in the middle of the road, he'd go and stretch out in the middle of the road. I thought one of these days he's going to get killed, but he never did. Everybody used to stop, Ollie's in the road. I said, I can't control him. And you couldn't keep him in, he wouldn't be kept in. All right, I've done my 20 rows now. Let's see if it's big enough. No, I don't think it is. I think I'll have to do more than 20. That's 20 rows. I don't like wide sleeves, that's the trouble. See, I don't want my sleeve any wider than that. So I'm going to have to add on. Well, I have to add on lengthwise, I have to add on widthwise. I have to put a bit for the back and a bit for the fronts. Yeah, probably will leave it at that, at 20, because I don't want my sleeve any wider. That's what it will be. And I've still got the first ball left. Still got that left on the first ball, which looks like I don't know what, doesn't it? Don't know where the end of it is. In here somewhere. I think the end of it's pink to make the boys wink. Pink, pink. I'm worse when I type on my phone because I've got fat fingers and little keys, so I can type anything in the world. I always say my phone is dyslexic, not me. You're back, where have you been? We haven't had Lydia on yet. She always comes on when I'm just going off. I know the other week she's like, I'm here, I'm here. She came on before I went off. Oh. I'm rewinding that little bar in case you're wondering what I'm doing, because it had fallen to pieces. I fall to pieces. Oh. Oh dear, Wendy, you're going to have to get a different phone. It's like, guess what Wendy's saying next. We could do that as a competition, couldn't we? Guess what Wendy's typing. I do that with my friend because she falls asleep in the middle of talking to me. 1 minute she's talking to you, the next minute you get she's fallen asleep. Yeah, I've got nobody coming tomorrow. I've got no Amazon or anybody. Nope. I can make my bed up tomorrow with fleecy sheet. Oh. Yeah, I'll start the other hexagon with another ball. If you notice though, when you start like a hexagon from the middle and you're doing it with a ball, they always start off at different places, the balls, don't they? Like this one started off with orange, I think. And when I look at that one, it'll probably start off with a completely different colour. So you can't even get them to look vaguely alike, the fronts. You'd be running yards off trying to get them to match. Oh, it's got in a knot. Oh. Have we got anything nice on the telly tomorrow? Anybody know? Or will I be watching YouTube again? Your food's going to pot. Ours isn't much better. And they reckon with all this, what's going on, there'll be like food shortages of certain things because we won't be able to get stuff that comes from abroad, will we? And this is when we find out that Britain grows very little of its own food. Full of rocks. Oh no, ours isn't that bad. I think ours is force fed. A lot of it's tasteless. I think they make it grow too quick, so it loses its flavour. You know, stuff like asparagus used to have a... Yeah, I had 3 wool shops one time. I had one in Royton, one in Chadderton and one in Moston. The last one was in Royton. That was the last one I closed. It was near the town hall in Royton. Yeah, my mum was in one shop, I was in another, and my dad was in another, with staff, of course. Not just us. But in the end, when everything went pear-shaped, I finished up on my own because I couldn't afford to pay staff. And then I decided it was time to call it a day. Because I was tied to the shop. I couldn't get any shopping done. I couldn't do anything. And I had 2 mortgages at the time. I had a mortgage for the house because my ex had left by then. And I had the mortgage for the shop, and I just wasn't drawing enough in. It's very, very hard work, Wendy. Very, very hard work. Everybody thinks it's lovely. You sit there all day and you crochet. Anything but. I must admit, I loved it when it was doing well. It was great, but then it started feeling like a millstone round my neck. I wasn't earning enough to pay staff to help me, and we were for years and years and years. It was great, but then it just went all pear-shaped. Right, that's what I've got. That's the first ball. It's got a really good yardage, this one. 150 metres. It's 150 grams, 400 and something metres. Yeah, the lady who gave me the 2 balls, she said she'd made a hexi and it took her 3 balls. But I thought, well, I might be a bit bigger than she is, so I ordered 2. But I think it will only take the 3. I think I'll have 1 left over. Can always make a baby cardigan with the 1 left over. Oh, I need painkillers. I'm not going to sleep without them. Yeah, that's it. Fun First Swirl. This was Waltz of the colour. They're all called like names after fairground rides. All the colours. I hope they're going to send me in. I've only got 1 day's worth left of pills. That's all I've got left. I'm supposed to take 8 a day, so that's tomorrow, and then it's gone. That's it, gone. And yet they don't send them to me until the day they think I need them. Well, I haven't been taking 8 a day, so I should have run out a couple of days ago. Not right away. It ended with my mum and dad being ill. And my dad finishing up in a nursing home and my mum finishing up in a wheelchair. So they couldn't help me at all. And then my dad had to go into a care home because he got dementia. So that's what happened, really. And then I had to buy my ex-husband out of the house. So I had to take a mortgage out for his half, if you know what I mean. And then I had the mortgage on the shop. So I wasn't earning enough to pay 2 mortgages and staff. So it just went, so I have to sell it. Yeah, my mum was almost 90. My dad was roughly the same age, yeah. Yeah. My granddad died quite young, well, youngish. My granddads were in their 60s when they died. But my grandma, my mum's mum, she was almost 90. My other grandma on my dad's side, she was about 80 something. So yeah, and my mum's sisters, one of them lived to 103. So maybe I've got a long life ahead of me. I used to say I wanted a telegram from the Queen, but I can't do now. It'll probably be William, won't it, by the time I'm 100. Probably get it. My mum wanted a telegram from the Queen, but she never made it, did she? Yeah, my mum always said she wanted to live to be a telegram from the Queen. That was her role in life. One of my dad's brother's wives, she got the telegram from the Queen. She was 100, just before the Queen died, actually. So she was probably she was definitely the last one in our family to get a telegram from the Queen. And then she died not long after. Well, she did manage it. She got the telegram. Yeah, there was no such. When I sold my shop, there was no eBay. There was no anything. No web pages. I didn't even have a computer back in the day. So I wouldn't have known what to do. I'd have had to get. I keep saying that's what I want now. Oh, look at that. I've had to pull all that out the middle. I keep saying that's what I want is a marketing manager to sell all my stuff for me. But I can't afford to pay one. I want one that'll work for wool. One that'll work for wool or a cardigan, yeah. I don't think there's any of them. what a mess. What a mess I got. Myself alone. Now I'm going to have a pile of wool all over the floor now. So when I get up in the morning, I'll think, oh, Janet, what you done? Got a big mess of wool on the floor. Yeah, I'm really posh. I wish. I was posh. I'm more like Lily Savage than posh. I got sworn at on Thursday. This bloke stepped in front of his scooter and his daughter says, "Mind your back, Dad." And he turned round and he launched a mouthful at me. There's a lot of F words in it. My friend that I'd gone to meet, she said, "I hope you retaliated." I said, "No, just drove on. Not worth arguing with them. Only makes them worse." I just gave him a look. Oh, they do that when you're on a scooter. You get a mouthful nearly every day. You either get a mouthful or you get, "Oh, it must be nice to be able to ride around in one of them. Saves walking, doesn't it?" Why do you think I'm in one of these? Because I can't flipping walk. I'm not in it for fun. Nice and handy if I go into the shops and carry a lot of shopping on that. No, you can't, because it doesn't. There's nowhere to put it. I travelled home with 2 bags wedged between my knees the other day, trying not to get them to overbalance as I went down the road. And I can't take it in the shop with me because it's too tall, too big. So I have to get off it and walk in the shop. So no, it's not handy for doing the shopping with. Well, I've got a friend who's got MS in a wheelchair and she gets a lot of abuse. I mean, come on. Does she really want to be in a wheelchair? No, she doesn't. I mean, you don't wish our situation on anybody, but sometimes you wish they could have it for a day and see how they cope. Yeah, well, I need a canopy because it's always flipping raining round here. He was my age near enough, the bloke who was giving me abuse. They should think themselves lucky that they don't need one. We don't ride in them for nothing. I'm sure they think we don't, we wouldn't get given one. Well, not given one, I have to pay for it, but we wouldn't even get one if we weren't deemed that we need one. They don't just hand them out like free toffees. Yeah, they don't believe that you need one. You think you're putting it on. You know, just because you don't moan and groan and carry on and you think that you're just riding around in it because you're too lazy to walk. I'd love to walk. I walked today, called round. Only wanted to see if I got these screws that belong to that thing that was my son's, but I didn't. And he said, "Is it not in your garage?" I said, "Believe me," I said, "you wouldn't get in my garage." I said, "It's full of wool and my mobility scooter." And he's like, "What you got a mobility scooter for?" He said, "You don't need one." I thought, "Have you assessed me just by me standing on the doorstep that I don't need one?" I said, "Trust me, I can't even walk to the end of the drive without one." "All right," he said. I think they'd like it to be like the old days where we had to stay in, Chris, and never move out the house. Lie on the chaise long all day long with people looking after us because we shouldn't be allowed out because we're a nuisance. Our scooters get in the way and we can perfectly well walk because they know we can, yeah. I once went in a shop and I had a little scooter then, and I was trying to get the little scooter in, and he had all sorts of stuff in the aisles and that, and I went, "Can you move that while I get in?" He went, "No." He said, "Leave that outside," he says, "because I know you can walk." So I put my scooter outside and I hobbled in and I asked him for what I wanted, and he said, "They're up there." And I went, "If I could get up there, I would go for them." I said, "If you want my sales," I said, "you go up there and you get them." Yeah, I did my ancestry. It was very strange. I'm Scottish, Irish. What else was there? A little bit of Kurdistan, would you believe? But mostly Scottish and Irish. No Welsh, which doesn't surprise me. Oh, and I had Scandinavian, was it from the Vikings? Yeah. Right, I've started it. It'll be nothing like the other one because the other one started off with peach. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, did you hear my shoulder crack then? Oh, it's the witching hour. Andy is waving goodbye. Goodbye. The witching hour means I go off at midnight, Wendy. Don't know who else is left, whether Linda's nodded off. I've got Chris. Nathan's probably vanished. I've got Enid. I'm not sure who else is around. You're 56% Viking. I'm not that much. I'm only about 20 or something. You're here, but your chores beckon. Well, my bed beckons me, so that's where I'm going next. I've had my pill, so I'm going to. I'll have a look to see if I've won the lottery, which I won't have. But so I shall maybe do a video in the week sometime if I ever finish anything. And I can show you something finished. That'll be chance to be a fine thing. I've got the sleeves to do on that other thing. Anyway, thank you all for keeping me company. So don't forget, thumbs up before you leave. And if you're not subscribed, please do. It's free. And I'll see you all in the week sometime. So bye, everybody. Bye now. Look at my wonky finger. Good night. Good night, everybody that's left. Good night to you all. Bye now.